All right, guys, welcome to the weekly watch list, and I'm going to be going over ES right here. And ES has this possible inverse head and shoulders pattern, but we'll see if this 2900 breaks. If that 2900 does break, then we're going to be going to 2908, then 2940, and all-time highs. Now, if we do catch resistance, because we do have some solid resistance here, here, here. So if we do catch resistance right there, we should be pulling back to 28.33 or possibly even 28.50 area. So the 28.50 area between 28.33 and 28.50 area, that's probably where I'd be looking for some support. If we exceed and we sell off for any news event or anything, I'll look for some support at that 28.13 area. Okay, and then possibly complete this inverse head and shoulders and fire off. But if we just break that 2900 this week or tomorrow, whatever the case may be, we can expect that this pattern is not going to work out and we're just going to continue. Now, the funny thing is now ES is a leader as it was a lagger. And we could see that on NQ, which is the Nasdaq. So the Nasdaq has the same pattern, the same inverse head and shoulders pattern, but it's not at the neckline yet. So this PT1 is the neckline for that inverse head and shoulders, but it's not there. So it's lagging behind. It's lagging behind ES. So ES is now the leader. So remember on NQ, we were making all-time highs, and ES wasn't. So now we have NQ as a lagger. So it's interesting to see this week, what is it going to do? Is NQ going to push to that neckline, and then this is going to form the inverse head and shoulders, and then ES will pull back, or are they both just going to keep going up? We shall see. But on this one, if we're heading up 26.41, that's my target there. Then 78.31, that'd be my next target. But if we build that inverse head and shoulders, I would look at this range right here, this 7641 to this 7373 area. So I'd be looking at that consolidation there before the push up, if this does. But if it just keeps going, then these are my targets there. If this breaks down, if it breaks this uptrend and it breaks this 73.73, then I'd be favoring puts to the downside. But looks like it wants more up. Technology looks like it's good. Let's look at the TLT. Look at the bonds. So here we have a nice bullish channel, nice uptrending bullish channel, but we're at the top of that channel. We hit PT2 on the monthly, almost hit PT1 on the weekly, and we're at the top of this resistance here. So I would like to see this pull back here to 29.80 or even 128. That would be nice if it did. That would help the market rally up, and this would be considered a nice bullish pattern if it does. We'll see if it does or not. It is at resistance. It is at a particularly weird level right here. This is kind of like the line in the sand. It could still go up, but it could also still go down. This 131.66 is just right on that line. So if it loses it, it's going to come back down here, and if it holds it, it's still going to go up and try for that second price target. All right, so let's go look into some stocks. First stock is AMD. Stock we're going to be looking at today is AMD. AMD had a weekly breakout. Here we could see that we had this sideways resistance as we had this sideways resistance, and we broke out here and made a new high here. Here we broke out here, made a new high here. So I'm anticipating us breaking the all-time highs here, and then hitting that 35.46. That's on the weekly chart, and we see good volume coming in, just as we did in these previous breakouts. So good volume, hit that PT1 already. Okay, anticipating that push to all-time highs on the daily. We could see that we got that resistance of that PT1. This looks like it could possibly have a pullback, but I still like it because we got a squeeze firing up and good volume going in. So it might maybe pull back to this trend line, but overall I think we're still heading up. But if we do have a pullback on this one, then I would wait for it to hold an area before entering in to try to push through the all-time highs. Gotta see how the market reacts this week. I think good. It would be good, but we shall see. All right, so AMD also had maybe on the monthly. No. Okay. So just a squeeze on the daily. Looking good. All indicators are bullish. All right. So next stock we're looking at is BA. BA had this falling wedge, and it broke out of that falling wedge, but on lower than a average volume. So it's kind of fishy. So the real breakout is if we could get this 355.45. As we can see, that's been resistance, resistance, resistance. So if we do get that breakout on good volume, we have a squeeze on the daily, and the indicators are trying to go bullish. So if we get that pop, then we should see 366 on BA soon. And if we get that 366, we should see 385. Now, if we don't and we reverse, we're possibly going to be basing here. That's what we've been doing, is just basing in between this 337.50 to this 355.50. So we could possibly just base there, or we could break down. And if we break this 337.50, we're going to 300 on BA for sure. If we break that 337.50, we're going to go ahead down to 300. Okay. All right. So that's BA. Next stock that we're looking at had some news. UTX, United Technologies. So this one has a really nice inverse head and shoulders setting up on the weekly. It's really nice. So it's holding support here with a nice bullish engulfing on the weekly. Right, it's about to break. Well, it's breaking that downtrend line. So this looks good for up. So if we break, so currently after hours, this is already gapped up. So if we break that 144.40, we should be heading to that 156.35. And if we get that, possibly gonna be heading to that 171.54. So this one's definitely one to watch. Let me see what it has on the daily. No squeezes. I think it has squeeze on the monthly though. Yep. So monthly chart, nice inverse head and shoulders still. We got a nice squeeze on the daily, and I'm anticipating some good volume coming in with the news that it had. So that's what we're looking at. Hopefully this comes up and breaks out and heads to all-time highs there. Okay, next up we're looking at had the news with UTX. So RTN, which we're having a bullish engulfing on the monthly chart with the previous candle as a reversal candle. So this is a good reversal to the upside. On the weekly, we can see that we have a bull flag, and above 188.34 we fire that bull flag, and we're going to be heading to 200. So I'm anticipating that push because after hours we're already pretty much at that breakout point. So we're at that breakout point. We're above the calls above. These are old levels that I had on this. So I know that's a good level. Calls above, close on Friday. So above 188, we should be heading to 200. We have a squeeze firing off on the daily, which looks good. We have a nice solid uptrend. So we should continue. We'll see if this is going to be resistance, because there's multiple areas of resistance right there. So we'll see if that 188.34 is resistance. If it's becomes support, then we know that we're going to that 200 point. All right. All right, so we covered AMD, ES, NQ, BA, UTX, RTN, and TLT. So going back to ES, we could see that, this looks like a good inverse head and shoulders, but it could just continue that uptrend and not stop and break those all-time highs. There's enough pressure to push that through. We shall see. So we have that two possibilities. So we break the 2900, go to 2908 and then 2940, and then head to all-time highs, or we pull back here, reverse down, and hit this support and then head up. We shall see. Depends on what news comes in this week, because this is a news-driven market. Patterns are playing, but we'll see if this pattern is playing. All right, guys, sorry for the late watch list. It's 3 in the morning right now, and I'm closing up shop. So appreciate you guys, and I will stop this.